I have 3 amazing ways for beginners to access the void state. It doesn't matter if you have aphantasia, insomnia, or ADHD and can't focus. One of these methods will work for you. The void state is the most powerful manifestation technique where you let go of your current reality and can change it to anything you desire. But most people talking about the state online haven't entered it, or their methods require a year of meditation practice before you can actually succeed. I've scoured the internet to find and test the best methods for beginners. So, don't spend months trying to enter the void state before you sleep. It's just ruining your rest and wasting your time. The void has the power to completely transform your life. You can radically change your whole life, and even the world you live in, and its rules. All you have to do is get into it, and your dream reality is yours for the taking. As a bonus, in addition to these beginner methods, at the end I have some important information on how to actually use the void state once you are in it. People don't tell you this, but you can waste the opportunity once you get into it and exit without changing anything. The first method I want to share is special to me because it was the first one I used to enter the void state. This one works well for individuals with aphantasia or ADHD. When I first entered the state, it was by accident and I gave a simple request. I just want to be happy. The effect on the world was subtle, but everything was way better. 2 days into this new reality, I felt genuine happiness and my depression disappeared forever. The first method to get into the void state is to enter it through a lucid dream. If you can already lucid dream or you find yourself in one, you already have the easiest way into the void. If you can't lucid dream and you don't have the time to learn, don't worry. The other 2 methods don't require any special skills. But here's how the lucid dream method works. First, you become lucid in a dream, using whatever method works for you. Next, all you have to do is exit the boundary of the dream. I accidentally did this during a nightmare. I was trapped in a room after being chased, but I went lucid because the situation was so ridiculous. Normally I make doors to travel in lucid dreams, but this time I broke through the floor. The floor gave out and I fell down into the blackness. Eventually I stopped falling and the darkness was 3D. I was in the void. I got the feeling it wanted me to state what I wanted, so I told it. I just want to be happy. And my life completely changed from that moment on. Most beginners trying to reach the void try to meditate or visualize themselves into it before bed. I'm sorry, but this is a huge waste of time for 99% of the population. This next method is the most reliable one I use to enter the void. Despite my insomnia, it never fails. It also doesn't require more than 30 seconds of focus. You don't even need to imagine a scene. I predict that most people who watch this video will find success with this method. I found this in an old Russian book. The guy was a spiritualist who ran boot camps in Russia to get people to enter altered states effortlessly. All you need to know is your mind often has moments where it's perfectly primed to enter the void. All you have to do is act when they happen. These moments are immediately after you wake up. If you don't move when you wake from sleep, your brain is perfectly primed to enter the void. All you have to do is will your body to spin. If I lost you there, stay with me. You can practice right now to get this skill. While you're laying down, mentally decide to turn over or spin. Go to the very edge of that feeling without physically doing it. Like you're basically threatening to turn over, but you never actually move. If your muscles are getting ready to turn over, you're doing it right. Holding that feeling is willing your body to spin. Practicing this for 1 to 5 minutes a few times a day can teach you how to do it, but you should get it pretty quick. So whenever you wake up, don't move, and instead will yourself to spin without physically moving. When you do this, eventually you will feel like you're physically spinning. You decouple from your body and you'll spin and spin until your consciousness is separated. If you see anything, Just assert to yourself that you're now in the void, because you actually are. There's a second part to this method to make it happen more reliably. Whenever you wake up in the night, if you do move, just go back to sleep after asserting this to your subconscious. I will wake up without moving. Next time you wake up, your subconscious will keep you still, and you can do the method and enter the void. Now this works in a chain. If you feel yourself slipping out, just stay still, and you can easily re-enter to go deeper next time. I've got one more method. Then, I'll talk about the secret challenge the void state presents and how to solve it. This last method is one I use sometimes, if I haven't thought about entering the void in a while. Usually it creates opportunities for me to use the first two methods, but occasionally I'll go to sleep and randomly become conscious in the void. I've heard stories of people instantly jumping into it while awake, but I haven't experienced it, and that could just be tales from Reddit. This method basically works for anyone. All you have to do is manifest that you enter the void. You can do this with any manifestation method that works for you. Affirmations, visualization, scripting, or Neville Goddard Sats. Just affirm or imagine that you are floating in the void state. In a few days it'll manifest, and you'll find yourself there one way or another. So, now you're in the void state. Congratulations! But wait! Here's the thing that nobody tells people who've never experienced the void. When you enter the void, your ego starts to evaporate as you become pure creation. With it, your current goals and desires will fade away, and you'll just be, floating in the void. Then, bam! Without commanding anything, you pop back into your current reality without changing anything. It's very, very easy to waste a successful void state. So here's how to solve this. Before you enter the void, you have to assert to yourself, once, with conviction, exactly what you're going to do in the void. This will program you into doing it, even if your consciousness dissolves. State: when I enter the void, I will shift to my desired reality. Before you break out of the lucid dream boundaries, state it. A couple times throughout the day, and especially before bed, assert it to yourself. When I enter the void, I will shift to my desired reality. When I enter the void, I will manifest the perfect boyfriend. Alright, that's it. I'm always testing new methods, so if I find anything new that's really exciting, I'll add it to the video description. Cheers!